Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain you a very short poem, Dust of Snow from class 10th NCERT book, First Flight. So without wasting much time, let's start. So first of all, let me talk about the poet. So the poet of this poem is Robert Frost. He was an American poet and he received Pulitzer Prizes 4 times for his poetry. He was also named as Poet Laureate of Vermont, and most of his poems he has written on the basis of his real life experience. So, all these things are not going to come in your exam, so you don't have to learn it about the poet. You just have to learn the name of the poet. So, kindly remember that the name of the poet is Robert Frost, who has written Dust of Snow. So, now let me give you the gist of the poem. In this poem, the poet Robert Frost very beautifully explained that sometimes even negative things can change our mind and thinking. Here, crow and hemlock tree are two agents of nature which are known for their negative impact. Hemlock tree is a poisonous tree, and crow signifies fear and destruction. But in the end of the poem, these two agents of nature changed the mood of the poet from sadness to happiness. So now let's understand the stanzas of the poem. Our first stanza is: the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. So here, crow refers to doom and fear. Doom means destruction. पहले स्टैंजा में क्रो हेमलॉक ट्री पर बैठा होता है और वो स्नो पार्टिकल्स को पोएट पर गिरा देता है. Now, if we'll see the meaning of hemlock tree, so basically it's a poisonous tree with small white flowers. All right, children? And if I'll talk about the poetic devices used in this poem, so the device used in this poem is assonance. You can see in the second line of this stanza, shook down on me. So can you see that it's repetition of O, and what is O? It's vowel. I hope you all know about vowels. A, E, I, O, U are vowels. Okay. And the rest of the alphabets, they are consonants. Except vowel sounds, rest of the alphabets are consonants. So here it is a repetition of the vowel sound. So whenever we have repetition of vowel sound in between the word or in the beginning of the word, so that is known as assonance. So in the second line of the stanza, assonance has been used. If I'll talk about the rhyme scheme, okay children, do you know how to find out rhyme scheme? Maybe some of you don't know, so let me help you out that how to find out a rhyme scheme. Kindly concentrate on the last word of each line of this stanza. So you can find that in first line, the last word is crow. And now try to find out the rhyming word of crow. You'll find that in third line, snow is the rhyming word of crow. So in front of crow, I have written A, and in front of snow also I have written A. Now see the last word of second line, it's me, and me is rhyming with tree, right? So in front of me, I have written B, and similarly in front of tree, I have written B. So the rhyme scheme will be AB, AB. All right, children? Now let's move to our next stanza. Stanza 2. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. So इस स्टैंजा में पोएट कहता है कि जिस तरह से क्रो ने उस पर डस्ट पार्टिकल्स गिराए, उससे उसका खराब मूड ठीक हो जाता है और वह खुश हो जाता है और उसे लगता है कि उसने अपने दिन का कुछ हिस्सा बर्बाद होने से बचा लिया. So children, in this stanza, the last word rude means held in regret. And if I'll talk about the poetic devices, so in third line of this stanza, the poetic device used is alliteration. Now you'll ask me that, ma'am, what is alliteration? So alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound. As I've told you that except vowels A, E, I, O, U, rest of the alphabets are consonant and S is your consonant. So you can see that there is repetition of S in these two words, saved and some. So this is alliteration. Now the rhyme scheme of this stanza, let's find out. As I've already taught you how to find out a rhyme scheme. In first line, heart, the last word is heart, which is rhyming with part in third line. So I've given A in front of heart and in front of part also I've written A. Now mood, the in second line, the word mood is rhyming with rude. So in front of mood I have written B and in front of rude also I have written B. So the rhyme scheme is AB, AB. Is that clear? So now children, if you'll see the whole poem, right? So this whole poem is written without any comma and full stop. Except in the last line, the poet hasn't used any sort of punctuation mark. So it means that this is enjambment. Okay? So what is enjambment? Sentences continue in the poem without the use of any punctuation marks. Now let's recapitulate the poem quickly. In this poem, the poet is in a bad mood and he sits under the hemlock tree, and then the crow shakes the tree and dust of snow, means the particles of snow, falls on the poet. Both crow and hemlock tree signify sadness, and these are the two agents of nature. And children, this question is very important as per the exam point of view, because this question is asked like name two agents of nature in the poem Dust of Snow. So you'll answer that crow and hemlock tree are the two agents of nature used in this poem. And after this the poet's mood changes and he thinks that he has saved rest of his day. Now, children, in this poem, irony has been used. Now, maybe some of you don't know that what does irony. So let me explain you. Irony is a situation in which there is a difference between our expectations and reality. मतलब कि reality जो आपका irony है, इसमें क्या होता है? आप जो सोचते हैं वैसा नहीं होता और उसके opposite हो जाता है. Something opposite happens. So similarly, in this poem, crow and hemlock tree signify sadness and negativity. But the poet has used these two agents of nature very beautifully and has proved that sometimes even negative things can bring happiness in our lives. So children, what we need to do? We need to learn something positive even from the difficult situations. So our attitude should be positive. We need to be optimistic, like the poet. Thank you so much. You can like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.